this job. Bit of a crack running through behind the paper there, and quite a few edges sticking up. Yeah. Also in this corner, vinyl to vinyl. So that's probably sprung, a couple of weeks, even a few days after this was done. So, first of all, I'll have to cut up the edge here because this piece of trim is put over the paper. Hot water, pot for the overlap adhesive, brush, Stanley knife and cloth. Well, first of all, these corners may just have to slightly lift that a little bit. Try not to damage the paper. So now, brush and adhesive, work it in behind there. So if it drops back, as the overlap adhesive wets the paper, soaks into the paper, it'll become a little bit more pliable. Make sure I get that right in onto the other wall. Load up a little bit more. Make sure there's plenty behind that. And damp cloth. As I say, this is a good washable vinyl, so it'll take this. Some papers you'll have to be really careful. Making sure push that in and just wipe it back. Okay, and then with these on the surface, these seams, again, just start to push it in, and after a few minutes it'll just soften that a little bit. Literally just using the bristle to get behind. Again, if it becomes trouble, it depends how well this has been put on, because there's quite a few gaps between these joints. Sometimes these can spring just because of moisture getting into the joint, so using a good adhesive suitable for bathrooms or kitchens will help. So get that first edge stuck back first. Sometimes you can just wipe some in for a big lump in, and then with your cloth, when you pop it back down, just push that adhesive back in under the paper. If they've been up for a while, just may take a little bit to get them stuck back. Okay, and then just come back and do the other side. onto that edge. Yeah, so they're quite poor, these joints, to begin with. Stuck down. Very gappy. Right, a little bit more awkward this. Careful not to cut into this trim. To get quite a bit beyond the hole, good 6 inches crack, sorry, good 6 inches past. Right, get that bucket of hot water. With the hot water on the rag, I'm just going to put it over these joints and then work along this area. Just soften the paper up, start to release it. Now, it's not necessarily going to go through this. Just want the heat to get through. I'll just keep wetting along this. I've been wetting this along, just hoping moisture will just start to get into that paper underneath. So now I have another brush. What I want to do is just start to release this a little bit. Okay, so I've got it started. It's all about not damaging the paper. I'm just going to start wetting it. Let the water do the work, otherwise it damages the paper. Hopefully, I may have some to go in. Don't know yet. There's a bit of a search on at the moment. Other than that, I just have to do my best with it, because it's only a storeroom and the paper isn't coming off, unfortunately. So it's going to come, it will eventually come. I'll just keep slowly going at this. While that foam's curing, I'm just going round now ahead of gluing and water, just running it into the edge of the joint there to soften it up. These joints have been sprung for a long time, so they're not going back as I want them. So I'll just soften it up, and damp cloth. So I'll just keep going, wetting them in, and then come back and glue them. This filler's dry now. If I was going to patch this up, put this back, then I would glue the bottom first, bring it up. Yeah, glue it all down and then bring this back. Now you will have a little bit of a crack showing, as in the paper. You'll be able to disguise that with some paint. So yeah, that's if mending make do. But fortunately we do have an offcut, so probably about 13 inches there, which is enough to bring me over this area. So first of all, get this glued down, then I can take this off. Stop any bits coming down, I won't have to vacuum out again. Nothing wrong with that, that's looking okay. Better than what I expected. This has been on for 20 years. That piece up there has been in the loft. So yeah. Now with this paper, some of these might be really difficult to stick back, because if this has been on 20 years, these could have been up for 10 or 15 years. So yeah, we'll take some time getting them back. So certainly got the money's worth. Just concentrate on sticking the joints. I've already done these. A little bit gappy, but overall better than these that I've not touched yet. Not bad.